So you're thinking of moving to Murphy, Texas? Well, today we are going to jump into my computer and we are going to show you where Murphy's at, why Murphy might be a great possibility if you're moving to the DFW area. Murphy is a little bit more on the smaller side.
Incredibly tiny. They're like really, really tiny.
Of things and doesn't get quite as much notice as some of the bigger cities like Frisco and Plano, a lot of the other cities around Dallas. We are going to show you where it's at on the map, maybe some things that you didn't even realize about Murphy, Texas, and why you may want to make the move there as well. What's up, everybody? I'm Kristen Carpentier with the Living in Dallas team, located right here in North Texas. And if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about what it's like to eat, sleep, live, work, and play here in the Dallas, Texas area, don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. We are getting reach outs every single day from people wanting to make that move here, and we absolutely love helping them. So whether you're moving next week, next month, or even next year, don't forget to shoot us a text, give us a call, email us, whatever you need to do so that we can help answer any of those questions that you might have before making that move here to the Dallas, Texas area. Okay, so let's get in and talk about where Murphy, Texas is, why maybe you want to consider living in Murphy, Texas. So the more we have gotten to know about Murphy, there are so many great reasons why, you really shouldn't discount Murphy, why it could be a great possibility of living there. First of all, let's talk about where it is. Right here, it's just east of Plano. It's actually part of the Plano Independent School District. So McMillan High School right here in Murphy is part of that school district. That's a great plus. Plano has some great schools. I think part of where Murphy is, it also can encompass a little bit of the Wiley Independent School District as well. Right here, northeast of downtown Dallas. So let's talk a little bit about how far Dallas is, where it is in relation to Dallas, Texas. Pull this up. Obviously, it's rush hour traffic right now. Getting down to downtown Dallas, only about 25 miles. Not that difficult. If you want to go down for any sort of a game, concert, play, or just to go downtown to eat, really not that hard to get to, except, maybe during rush hour traffic. It's just, a great location. And I think what a lot of people don't realize about Murphy is, it's kind of a little bit of a small town. People tend to maybe overlook it a little bit just because it's a little bit smaller than some of these big cities like Plano or Frisco or, Allen and McKinney type of areas. But right here, it's just east of Plano. Location to get to Lake Lavon or Lake Ray Hubbard, two huge lakes right here just on the east side of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Especially if you move here to the Dallas, Texas area, it gets hot, come July and August, maybe even June, May, once in a while in May. It gets hot. You need to find a way to cool off. Being able to get out to the lake is certainly a huge bonus. Find somebody with a boat, buy yourself a boat, go and enjoy a day on the lake. Take your paddle boards out. Just take your kids out with some sand toys or beach toys and, a raft, go splash around in the lake. So much fun. Definitely when we moved to Texas, we were so excited with the number of lakes that there were here. How many people actually, all kinds of activities going on all the time. So let's also, maybe you have to travel a lot, getting to and from the airport. We have a lot of family that like to come visit. We need to go pick them up or take them, or maybe we need to fly out. 32 miles right here down the George Bush Turnpike. 32 miles if you want to come over here to the 75 freeway and take the 635 over here to the DFW airport. Obviously, during rush hour traffic, it could take you a while. For the most part, just say you have an early morning flight or whatever, not that difficult to go get to the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. We do have two big airports. The Southwest hub is over here at Love Field. Whether you go this way, 28 miles, or you want to come down the Dallas North Tollway, 25 miles. Either way, to get to any airport, not that difficult. We use both airports quite often, especially, with Southwest being down here at Love Field and, most of the other major airlines up at DFW. We fly out a lot. It really isn't that difficult to get to any of the airports for traveling. But it's also really nice that it is kind of here on the east side of the North Dallas Texas area. It's just this great little, obviously the city of Murphy is only about 5.7 square miles, a lot smaller than most of, especially when you're looking at somewhere like Plano, definitely a lot smaller. And the population of Murphy is now just over 20,000 people. So back in 2000, the population of Murphy was only about 3,000. So in the last 20 years, it went from 3,000 to just over 20. Obviously, Murphy has grown quite a bit. It is a fantastic community, like so many of the other cities are here in Dallas. It's great. I think one of the best things that we have loved about living in Dallas is you can find any great city, lots of these communities host so many different kinds of events. No matter what you're looking for, get to know your neighbors and have a reason to get outdoors, make friends, enjoy concerts, movies in the park, and just take your kids out. So one of the great things here right in the center of Murphy is Murphy Central Park. It's kind of where everything is. There's so much that Murphy offers. It's kind of like anything that the community has going on, you're going to find it in Murphy, or like right here in the Central Park. See these green lines all the way up and down through here? I mean, it connects to Water's Edge Park over here, but all the way down here with Maxwell Creek and stuff. Great walking trails. And they're another great thing that we love here in Dallas, well, a lot of the Texas areas, is the amount of trees. So a lot of older trees that have been around a long time. So when they build these cities, hopefully they don't tear down too many of the trees, but they keep some of these great parks. You can go and enjoy the outdoors. So this Murphy Central Park really does have everything. It has this fantastic amphitheater, do summer concert series, spring movie nights. They have a great festival, any festival that Murphy puts on, which they do actually have a couple throughout the year. They're all right here in Murphy Park, Murphy Central Park. They have soccer fields out here, splash pads, a great park for kids, but especially taking your kids to just bring your scooters out. You bring the soccer balls out. You bring your baseballs out. Go hit balls with your kids. Go kick the soccer ball around. Take these beautiful nature trails up and down through the trees. A lot of times there's some sort of a breeze blowing through Texas. Even if it's starting to get a little bit warm, when you're in these trees, getting cooled off, especially taking your kids. When we used to take our kids when they were littler out, when we first moved to Texas, up and down a lot of these communities. I mean, not necessarily, we weren't in Murphy when we moved here, but Murphy's just the same. As we were down walking along these trails, you just remember taking your kids out, like bring your scooters, bring a football. You can spend the whole day walking up and down here playing. And then you come over here and your kids cool off in the splash pad, you play in the park, take a picnic, really spend the entire day out here. Right here along, this 544 is basically the center of town. Any of your shopping, obviously you see your Chick-fil-A, your Lowe's, your Walmart, go out for ice cream at Brahms and the dairy store. I was going to say, I don't think I remembered seeing a Dairy Queen, but everything is right along here. I mean, you got Raising Cane's, McDonald's, Jason's Deli. I mean, you even got your fitness place, Play Street Museum, Sprouts. Everything is really right along here in this main road, 544. And then Murphy Road goes straight up north through the city of Murphy. It is just a great small town feel, but look at the parks. All these other little parks right in and around in the city of Murphy. Aviary Park. And then not only that, look, you can get over here to Pecan Hollow Golf Course, this Breckenridge Park, different cities, Oak Point Park, over in here in Plano. Makes it super convenient to get pretty much anywhere you need. But if you really want a great sense of community, Murphy is just that. It's just kind of like a little city within and around all of these other big cities here in North Dallas. Maybe you work in Plano. Maybe you work over here in Richardson. I mean, Richardson, they say so many businesses have come into Richardson. I think they're up to over 10,000 companies have offices in Richardson. So if you work in Richardson or Plano, here off the 75, or over into Allen, Murphy is a fantastic location because commuting to work is really no big deal. Not to mention all of the things that Plano has to offer, plus Richardson. The amount of food options over here in Richardson, if you want to go out to eat, go meet friends for lunch, so much to do. And it's super convenient to get to any of these cities around here. The Allen outlet malls, or the Allen outlets, a great outlet mall, so mmany good stores, not that far. But look at this. You're right here by Parker, Wiley, Lucas, and Saxe over here. Parks galore over and around this area. Getting over here, spending the day on either lake that you want to go hang out on. So many things to do by living in Murphy. If you like that more small town feel, you maybe want a little bit more home for your money, move to Murphy. Of course, just like any other city, home prices have gone up, but homes maybe aren't quite as old as living in parts of East Plano because the city has expanded so much over the last 20 years. Median home price is now just over $500,000, but you're getting more home, maybe a bigger lot size than you are in some of these other cities. It's kind of nice that with the growth that's been going on, Murphy's just kind of stayed this little pocket, but Murphy has grown so much that there's actually just a lot more to offer the residents here in Murphy. People actually love living there. You know, when we get asked all the time about, you know, we want to move to Plano, what about Allen? Well, sometimes you just kind of have to look over into these smaller cities, see what you can get for a home. There are some beautiful neighborhoods in here through Murphy. We got Rolling Ridge Estates and Eagles Glen and Hunter's Landing, Glen Ridge Estates. But there's some beautiful neighborhoods with beautiful homes, big tree-lined streets, a little bit wider streets, which is kind of nice in some of these neighborhoods, just because a lot of the building of these neighborhoods, in some of these neighborhoods around the Dallas area, some of the neighborhoods, it's kind of like the streets are so narrow. Murphy, you just have that beautiful community feel with the trees and the sidewalks, all the grass, and we have found so many great neighborhoods when we have gone out looking for homes for other people that really you can kind of find anything you need here in Murphy. So definitely not a city that you should really kind of overlook. If you are looking here in the North Dallas area, like I said, working in Richardson, Plano, you know, even in Garland, or maybe even down over into Rockwall, Murphy's a great option to look for a home just because of the price point and what you get. Definitely its location and the small town feel. Again, if you have any questions and maybe you're kind of looking for something new and different, or you know, you haven't been able to find exactly what you're looking for here in North Dallas, check out Murphy. You know, if you want to get to know your neighbors a little bit better, it is a great community, great parks, great activities, and, you know, part of a great school system for kids, if that's what you're looking at for your family. So again, if you're moving to Dallas and you have any questions about where to move, maybe these little hidden gems like Murphy, reach out and see what we can do to help maybe answer some of these questions about some of these places you never really thought of before, so that we can help you do what we can to get you into the right home. So again, reach out, call that number down below, send us a text, email, let us know if you like this content, or maybe some of these other cities you hadn't thought of before. You know, maybe you want to move east or west of Dallas. Put it down in the comments and we will delve into it a little bit deeper on where to move next. So click on one of our next videos, see what you think. So if you're moving to Dallas and you have any questions about where to live, what some of these communities offer, don't hesitate to reach out and let us know how we can help you make that move even easier.